What it do, guys? Manjoume here, and today I'm showing you my Shakkoumon deck list. Of course, there's going to be different ratios that you can play around with, but currently I'm running 3 BT16 Upamons and 2 BT14 Tokomons. As you can imagine, there's going to be a mix of the two rookies. Speaking of, first, we have 4 copies of BT16 Patamon, very good for reducing your Digivolution cost. Then we have 2 of the promo Patamon, which allows you to go into your security and kind of try to find stuff to Digivolve into, hopefully. Personally, maybe not the best for this deck, but I personally really liked it because I pulled it. An EX1 Patamon, which can search for your Angel, Archangel, and 3 Great Angels, which it does kind of come in handy sometimes because we do have quite a few targets, mostly the Manjoume Patamon line, and I think even Shakkoumon, the BT16 one, does count as an angel, so you can also grab that. On the Armadillomon side, we have 4 of the BT16 Armadillomons, just getting that +1/+1 as you play or Digivolve another Digimon. It's really good, very strong, and then he gives a constant +1000. That does very much come in handy. And then 4 of the promo Armadillomons, which of course is a searcher, very useful in the deck. And if you see here, these have silver border and then these have that black border. That is because these are the ones I pulled in the movie packs, and I wanted to keep that consistent, so I knew which ones were those from those memories, which I cherish, and then these are ones that I bought. Then of course the Patamon, which harkens back to the old Digimon game, which I think is really cool artwork wise. For the champions, I have 4 of the BT8 Manjoume. You could swap out for the BT16. I do personally like this one a little bit more. Then we have 4 of the BT16 Ankylomon, which is just really good all around. Then to round it out, we have 4 of the Sheepmon, which is super good because he can go off of basically any of the rookies. Cheaper for Armadillomon, but it can go off of either one. And then 1 copy of Submarimon. He does go off of everyone except for the pure yellow Patamon, so something like this cannot work. See, it works for any Armadillomon. Does not go for these either. And then it does go for the rest of these. So you're locked out from 3 of the Patamons evolution-wise. But other than that, it's just kind of a fun tech card, and I do love the artwork. And he also works as DNA evolution, like Manjoume here does, for one of the Shakkoumons that we'll see later. And it can also use as the yellow for the other one. So pretty versatile, but not perfect. Speaking of, we have 4 of the Shakkoumons from BT16, who is considered an angel. So that is super good and helps that searchability. 2 of the BT8 Shakkoumons, who is a good alternative toward this one, but I think my preferred one is probably this guy. And then this one is kind of an open slot. At one point I did run BT16 Magna Angemon, but it's very expensive in terms of playing, so I'm actually playing around with a EX1 Magna Angemon. If I could get that alternate artwork at a reasonable price, I would. But I really like his inheritable ability. When a card is added to your security stack, gain 1 memory, because that does come in handy with the Magna Angemon side of that line, and as well as the Patamon that allows you to search your security. If you grab something, recovery +1, which will trigger him or his inheritable ability once you have your Mega out. So I think that's pretty cool. And then just his when attacking, if you have a bunch of security, he becomes as strong as a Mega, which is, I think, as accurate as you can be for Magna Angemon. I believe he should be stronger than normal Ultimates, especially in Adventure where it took so much longer to get to. As for the Megas, we have the archetypal Vikemon Ace, 2 of those from BT16. Then playing it more on the Patamon side, we have 2 Seraphimons from BT14, very strong ability there. And this plays into that security manipulation. Then we have a sort of evolution of him in Shadow Seraphimon Ace. And he can Digivolve off of any of the ultimates that we saw and off of Seraphimon. So a lot of targets to Digivolve off of and just kind of continue on your stuff. Very fun. As for the options, we're running 2 of the Advent of the Ancient Steel Angel and 1 Emissary of Hope. Now, some stuff that I was kind of thinking about running and see how well it goes. Haven't really decided what to take out yet, but one, of course, is going to be Heaven's Judgment. I guess if you really wanted to, you could swap out 2 of these for it, but this is currently what I'm running. That's a strong card. And another one I think might be fun for the Anjumon side is Code Cracking. Your opponent may trash their top security. If they don't, trigger Recovery +1. If you have Seraphimon out, then you get his All Turns ability, which gives one of your opponent -7 KDP, and he gets +1 security. Additionally, if you have Magna Anjumon specifically in his evolutions, or any evolutions of Omega, you would also get +1 memory. So instead of costing 4, it only costs 3. Or if your opponent chooses to destroy one of their security, then you're good either way because his security +1 would have effectively done that as well. So I think that's a very interesting, fun, like, are you going to lose one by choice, or are you giving him +1 security so that he can knock an extra one out of you? So I think that's another fun tech card I could be running in this deck. Then as for the Tamers, we have 2 of the BT1 TKs. He's a memory setter. He looks at your security and he does recovery. That's just all around good for the deck. And then 4 of the BT16 Cody and TKs, which along with playing those rookies for free, also gives you his 1 evolution +1. And then if DNA Digivolving, de-Digivolve 1, which is always a very strong ability. I think mostly with the color black. Well guys, that's it for my Shakkoumon deck profile. Do you have a Shakkoumon deck? Let me know in the comments below. If you want to stay up to date with my videos and live streams both on YouTube and Twitch, check out links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe, and consider joining. That's all for now guys. Manjoume out.